learn Urdu. They come to Africa, in my country, they have to learn Zulu. Wherever they go, they have to learn the language of the native. Now you have learned his language. Made it easy for him to talk to you. Linguistically, he's got one on you now, which he hasn't got in the rest of the world, third world. He's got no opportunity. He must learn the language of the native. Previously, if they converted a man, he was a sore thumb, wherever. You see, because in a village, one has become a murtad, an apostate, and everybody says, you know, I won't use the word, well, how you feel. A traitor, a blasphemer, you know. Look at this, that guy there, you know, Deedat. You know, what has happened to him? He's gone mad. Right? But now, he says he can be absorbed in the majority. 240 million Americans to get 201 more, easy. 2 more, 1,000 more, all can be absorbed. There you can't be absorbed. You are a sore thumb in your community, wherever you are. Another advantage. Number 5, he said, the governments are not happy that you creating a 5th column in their midst. They're not happy. Like Pakistan, you think they're happy? That in Sialkot there are more than 100,000 Christians. In Sialkot, is on the border with India. A potential 5th column of over 100,000. Are they happy? They're not happy. But they can do nothing about it. You see, they're not happy. Though they're doing nothing about it, they're not happy. Here, the government is happy. Christianize them and make them one of our own. Let them eat the pig. You know, we can sell more bacon. Let them make them to drink. That we can sell more alcohol. Man, let them enjoy. Let us make them one like us. That they don't start coming smarting us and telling us where we are wrong. Every time the Muslim takes up exceptions, look, this is not right. Your sodomites are not right. Your drunkenness is not right. Your lesbianism is not right. He says, what is all this? These guys are always interfering in our private affairs. He says, look, let us make them like ourselves. 5 advantages they have against us, against you. But at the same time, in reverse, you have all those advantages also against him. God has sent you here. I want to come to settle here, they won't allow me. There are millions and millions of people from the Orient and from Africa, they want to come and live here. No more. Am I right? You can't come and live here. Yes, unless you're a professor, millionaire, something. Brain drain, they like to keep you. Brain drain. They want to drain our brains. Get them here. But the millions who want to come here, no hope. No hope for them. But you are here. Here is Allah giving you an opportunity to go and deliver the message. To go and do the job. I don't know what excuse you are here for studies, maybe, for livelihood, maybe, but this is a God-said opportunity for you. You can also work from a home base. You can also speak in His language. You see, all the advantages He's claiming against you, you also have against Him. Not to that extent, but you have. I says, go to town, my brothers and sisters, go to town, go and deliver the message of Islam. And Allah is promising you, and He's given you a deen that is to master, overcome and supersede them all, bulldoze them all. Kulli. This is the destiny of His deen. It's your privilege to go and fulfill His promise. Wa'adallahu haq, and the promise of Allah is true. Yes, the next question.
Assalamu alaikum. This is not my original question. This is a question from the audience in the back, probably a female, okay? If we're not original sinners, why was Jesus baptized in the Jordan River by John the Baptist?
What's the question again?
If it were not original sinners, why was Jesus baptized in the Jordan River by John the Baptist?
It looks like a Christian question.
Yeah, it is, probably.
So, if it was not for the original sin, why was Jesus baptized in the Jordan River? That means Jesus had the original sin. He was not born pure. He is not fit. He is not fit to be a sacrifice, if that is the case. You see now, therefore it's an advantage. The brother is a Muslim, he's posing a Christian question, but if the Christian posed the question, then I said, look, you say, for the original sin, the person, he or she says yes. So I said, Jesus had the original sin. That means he's a sinner. He's born also a sinner. If she says yes, then he says it's not fit for the sacrifice, because the Christian says that he was the only one who was sinless. But now therefore says the disadvantage, a Christian question being asked by a Muslim. I don't know how to really deal with it. But this is the best I can do. Yes, my brother.
Mr. Deedat, may I read 3 scriptural verses and ask you to comment on them?
Yes.
I'm reading from the book of Acts, the 4th chapter, the 10th through 12th verse. Be it known unto you all, and to all people of Israel, that by the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom God raised from the dead, even by him doeth this man stand here before you whole. This is the stone which is set at naught by the builders, which is become the head of the corner. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
I think it's Peter talking. Supposed to be the words of Peter. These. Who's uttering these words?
Those words were written by Luke.
No, but now who's? Luke was not talking. Because Luke was not there. He was not one of the disciples.
Peter was saying
these are the words of Peter.
Yes.
That's right. You see, it's the same Peter at the beginning of Acts. At the beginning of Acts, you see, he says, ye men of Israel, hear these words. Jesus of Nazareth, a man approved of God among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which God did by him in the midst of you, which you yourself also know. Whatever he did, he says, he didn't do it. It was God working through him. He was a man. He says, a man. Peter was the greatest authority as left by Jesus. You remember among the 12, he tells Peter, he says, Peter, feed my sheep. Peter, feed my flock. In other words, look after them. Look after them. Say, on this rock, Peter, thou art Cephas, and on this rock I'll build my church. On you, on the strength of what you are talking now, the way you are thinking now, I'll build my church. Peter. So the same Peter is telling you here in the book of Acts at the beginning. He says that he is a man approved of God by miracles and wonders and signs, which God did. He didn't do it. So he is the way. No other. He said, look, the only information Peter had was this man Jesus. And he's right. He said, look, if they want another way, he was the one who's fulfilling the laws of Moses. He's come to bring them back to the path. They had strayed away from the path. They had gone for the letter of the law. They had forgotten the spirit, the Jews. So Jesus Christ is trying to bring them back. He's trying to elevate them. They're going for the letter of the law, forgetting the spirit. And I can give you dozens of examples. Everything he said was trying to elevate the Jews. So if you want the will and plan of God, here is the man. He is the way. But now your understanding is wrong. He is the man. Follow him. What he did, you do. But you don't do that. The Christian world doesn't do that. You see, they are now listening to Paul. He said the law is nailed to the cross. Who said that? Jesus? No. Jesus. He said now you're living under grace. You're not bound by the law anymore. Brother Swaggart says, he said, if this, you have already purchased salvation just by believing. And if you want to add more to that, it's not accepted. It's ingratitude on your part. You say, now, look, I must fast, I must pray, I must restrain, I must restrict my life. You say, no, that is not salvation. You are showing ingratitude. The man paid the price for everything. Your rape, your murder, your incest, everything he's paid the price. You just got to accept the penalty that is paid for. Where did you get it? Where did you get that? Jesus says, he is not of me who does not take his cross and follow me. He says, verily, verily, except you are better than the Jew, no heaven for you. That's what he says, your master. He says the disciple is not greater than the master. He says, my Father is greater than I. My Father is greater than all. He said, the word you hear are not mine, but the Father that sent me. He had given me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. Even as the Father has said unto me, so I speak. Where does he say, I am equal to the Father? He says, my Father is greater than all. My Father is greater than I. Where? No, but Paul. It is Paul. Every time you contradict me, you're contradicting the words of Jesus with Paul. Little wonder that Jesus Christ got third position in the book of Hart. Michael H. Hart, the top 100. He said, look, it's Paul. He's the real founder of Christianity. So, brothers, I said, look, let us go to Jesus.